G'day everyone, this is Jill. My very last interview at Roots Tech, I've found a big fish. David Rencher has been to Australia a couple of times, and I think he has family down there as well. But David is the Chief Genealogical Officer at Familysearch. David, what does your role involve?
Well, at Familysearch, one of my main concerns is whether or not the products and services that we're creating are genealogically sound. Do they behave the way that we would expect them to behave? Do the search features work that way? Any of a number of those things? Or do the tree functions work that way? So I spend a lot of time with the tree and the search teams trying to make sure that the features and enhancements work the way genealogists would think they would.
That's interesting, because I thought your focus would probably be solely on research, but you're making sure that as well as having the information, we can access the information.
Yes, absolutely. Looking for the information. And then I work a lot with outside genealogical societies and key influencers in the genealogical community, helping them get feedback and improvements to Familysearch, and just working back and forth between them.
So have you been working with, it was Find My Past that made an announcement on what they're going to do?
So I don't work with the partners team.
No, you don't, not at all.
Someone else, but
Yep.
I stay abreast of what all of them are doing. I started my career at Familysearch in the British reference area, and so I have a very British bias. My research specialty is Ireland, and so I'm accredited and certified both in Irish research.
Okay, so is your ancestry Irish, British?
I do have, yes, extensive Irish ancestry and British ancestry. I have British ancestry in Ireland. The Renchers were there. They're several generations, and so I've traced them out of Ireland into Scotland, down into England, so it's been fun.
And your cousins in Australia?
Part of the descendants of those Renchers went to Australia, and so it's incredible, and of course been tracing them and the descendants there.
So you've moved through Familysearch. You were an expert in the Family History Library. What's your path been through Familysearch over the years?
Well, I started in British reference, as I mentioned, and from there I went to work as the supervisor of the Family History Center operations area. I was there for a while, and then was asked to be a user system manager, which was a little bit of what my role is now. Actually kind of dovetailed in with that, but for 7 years I spent all of my time working on name authority systems and locality authority systems, and record linkage, which was getting records to match, and working between the technology and the genealogist. From there, I went to manager of public outreach, and from there I worked in an area with ecclesiastical leaders throughout the church in regard to family history, and then I was made director of the Family History Library. While I was there, we had the 2002 Olympics in Salt Lake City.
Quite a time.
And so we were able to assist and interview members of the International Olympic Committee, the IOC, and executives at NBC Television, televised the Olympics here in North America. And then from there I went to work as the Director of Records and Information Division, and then from there to my current role as the Chief Genealogical Officer.
And what's in the future for David Rencher?
Boy, I don't know. You know, I turned 65 this year. So.
Is there a mission in the offing?
Well, I'm not quite sure. My wife had a kidney transplant.
Oh dear. Yeah.
We're kind of tied a little bit to the doctors and that.
Yes.
So we just have to stay maybe closer to home.
And do you have predictions for family history in the future?
Oh wow.
What's your? The people up on the stage the other day were asked their grand. Well, it wasn't really a prediction. It was, some of them said what they'd like to see. What would you like to see?
Records?
What's the future?
I think, from my vantage point, the trends that I'm seeing right now are so incredible, because we're introducing, I think, a lot younger audience to family history. We have some things that we follow, and I can tell you that just over the past probably 6 years, we've seen an increase of probably 600,000 youth in what's going on. So it's really amazing as to what's improving.
I wish I had more years to be around to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think we all wish we had more years.
Yes.
I remember saying a decade ago that I wish that I would live long enough to play in this sandbox when we had so many records online and that kind of thing. Literally, you talk about these descendants that went into Australia, but I was working one family line.
Yeah.
And one night, sitting at home, I traced the descendants, the children in that line. One died in Jamaica, one died in France. One died on a ship to India, fell off and drowned, and one died in Australia.
Yeah.
And all of those, they were siblings in one family. And I sat there in one evening, and within a couple hours, was able to trace all of them. Now, who would have ever thought
I know,
that we
it's
could do
just it's just amazing. It's such a wonderful future. David, I want to thank you for having a chat with me. It's lovely to find out a little bit about the person behind the speaker. Thank you.